Okay, let's just get right to it. Something absolutely massive has just happened in the world of technology. And no, I'm not talking about some minor software update. This is a seismic shift, the kind of thing that creates a once-in-a-generation opportunity for people who are paying attention and are ready to move fast. Today, we're going to break down 3 really clear, non-technical paths you can take to make a serious income from this new wave of AI, so let's dive in.
I love this quote because it perfectly captures the sheer scale of this leap. So what does this actually mean for you? Well, we've gone from an AI that was kind of like a helpful high school intern to having a legitimate PhD-level genius on call 24/7 right in your pocket. This isn't just about getting slightly better search results. We're talking about a tool that can now reason, create, and build incredibly complex things from just simple spoken instructions. It's a total game changer.
And this leads us directly to the single biggest opportunity right now. See, on one side, you have this mind-blowingly powerful technology, but on the other side, you've got millions of businesses, big and small, that are completely lost. They know they need to use AI, but they have absolutely no clue where to even begin. And that huge space in the middle, that's what we call the knowledge gap. And you, yes you, can be the bridge. And trust me, businesses will pay you very, very well to help them get across.
So let's talk about our first path, which is honestly the most accessible and I think the perfect place to start if you're a beginner. It's all about becoming an AI educator. Your job is simple. You become the guide, the trusted advisor that businesses are desperately looking for to help them make sense of all this new technology.
And just look at the scale of this need. It's absolutely staggering. A recent study found that 70%, that's 7 out of 10 companies, are actively struggling to get their own teams up to speed with the AI skills they need to compete. They're desperate for outside help to train their people, which creates this huge, tangible opening for you to walk right into.
Now, this isn't some abstract theory. People are out there doing this right now. Get this, one single person, made over €250,000 just by teaching local businesses the basics of these new AI tools. And the best part? All that knowledge came from free tutorials he found online. So the takeaway here is crystal clear. This is a proven model that works.
And here's the secret sauce. You do not need to be the world's leading expert on artificial intelligence. Not even close. You just have to know a little bit more than your client. And right now, that bar is incredibly low. The strategy is simple. You find great tutorials that already exist online, you use the AI itself to help you package that information into a killer workshop, you offer to do it for free one time to get some experience and a great testimonial, and then you start charging for it. It really is that straightforward. Now here's a pro tip to make your workshops absolutely unforgettable. Use this storytelling framework I call the dance. You start with context. You describe their current situation. Right now, your sales team spends 10 hours a week manually updating spreadsheets. Then you introduce the conflict. That's the problem. But this old process is costing you thousands in wasted time and leads to costly errors. By dancing back and forth between their reality and the problem AI solves, your presentation becomes a compelling story, not just a boring list of features. It's an incredible way to make your message resonate. And hey, if this idea of becoming an educator is clicking for you, do me a favor and give this explainer a like. It really helps me know what's hitting home.
All right, let's move on to path number 2. What if you want to go beyond just teaching and you want to start building real, tangible solutions? Well, this path is for you. And the craziest part is, you no longer need to write a single line of code. Welcome to the new role of the software composer. And we're not talking about small money here. Entrepreneurs are already out there charging, on average, $15,000 for a simple custom app they build for a business. These aren't huge, complicated programs. We're talking about small, focused tools that solve one very specific, very painful problem for a company. So what exactly is a software composer? Think of yourself as the architect, not the construction worker. Your job is to have the vision. You describe what the tool needs to do, what it should look like, and the problem it solves. Then, the new AI, with its amazing ability to understand and build, acts as your personal, on-demand development team, working 24/7 to turn your vision into a real, functional application.
And getting started is simpler than you think. First step, just find a business that's drowning in messy spreadsheets. We all know one, right? Then, you just talk to the AI. You describe the solution you have in your head. You can actually build a first version right inside the free AI chatbots that are available today. And then, once you get the hang of it, you can graduate to more professional, no-code platforms to build even more powerful and valuable projects.
Okay, and here is how you sell it. This is a huge communication hack. You have to avoid the weak, boring, and then pitch. We found a problem, and then we built a tool. Instead, you use the power words but and therefore. You start with their pain, your team wastes hours on manual data entry. You introduce your solution with but our tool automates that entire process. And you state the clear, valuable outcome with therefore saving you 10 hours every single week. See the difference? That simple switch turns a bland description into a powerful, logical argument they can't ignore.
All right, let's get to our third and final path. And this one tackles what is maybe the single biggest drain on any business. All of that repetitive, tedious, soul-crushing manual work. Welcome to the world of the automation agent.
The potential here is just astronomical. I'm not kidding. The top experts in this space, many of whom started just a couple of years ago with absolutely zero technical background, are now building agencies that generate six figures, not a year, six figures every single month, all by solving this one massive problem for other companies.
So what is it you actually do? Well, you basically become a detective. You go into a business, you find the most boring, mind-numbing, repetitive tasks that people hate doing, and then you use simple drag-and-drop tools to build a smart AI agent that does it all automatically. Thanks to these new platforms, building these automations is like playing with digital Legos. If you can draw a flowchart of a process, you can automate it.
And the playbook for getting started is almost identical to the other paths, which is great. First, you pick one of the amazing, user-friendly, no-code automation tools out there, and you learn it. Then, you find a local business, and you make them an offer they can't refuse. You'll build their first automation for free. Find a simple but high-impact task, like an AI bot that can answer their top 10 most frequently asked customer questions. You build it, you blow them away, you get that all-important first case study, and then you use that success story to go out and land your real paying clients.
And when it's time to pitch your services, you need to use this powerful hook formula to make your offer completely irresistible. You start with a relatable context. You know how most businesses really struggle with customer support? Then you hit them with a scroll-stopping word, like but. Finally, you deliver what's called the contrarian snapback, a shocking alternative reality that you can create for them. But what if you could answer 80% of those questions instantly, 24/7, with zero staff? That structure grabs attention and immediately demonstrates your incredible value.
So, there you have it. 3 very distinct, very real paths. The educator who teaches and guides businesses through this new world, the composer who architects and builds custom software without code, and the agent who finds and eliminates repetitive work with automation. Just take a second and think. Which one of those gets you the most excited? Which one feels like the best fit for you? And I really want you to remember this because it's the most important part. Because this technology is so brand new, the playing field is completely 100% level. It doesn't matter if you don't have a computer science degree. It doesn't matter if you have zero experience in tech. Right now, in this moment, we are all beginners. This is your chance to get in on the ground floor.
And so ultimately, it all comes down to a very simple choice. You can look at this massive change, feel intimidated, and decide to sit on the sidelines and watch it all happen. Or you can see it for the incredible opportunity that it is, decide to take action, and start learning today.
Look, you don't need to have the entire 10-year plan figured out. You just need to be brave enough to take the first step. The rest of the path always reveals itself once you start moving. So the only real question left is this. A year from now, will you be one of the people who sees this moment, or one of the people who looks back and wishes they had? If you know someone else who needs to hear this, please share this explainer with them.